I think you have a follow-up question, Brooks?
No, that answered it.
Okay.
Thank you.
So we go back to Slovo and then BBC.
Yeah, there's been recently criticism of NATO, especially at the United Nations and the UN Security Council members, that NATO has overstepped its mandate because of the fact that, like in this current situation where the pro-Gaddafi forces are obviously on the defensive, NATO is still striking, mounting airstrikes against them, although they're only aiming their fire at the attacking forces, at the attacking rebel forces. They're not endangering or threatening civilians, and that's why several countries have expressed unease with this continuing attack, which they say is biased in the sense that it's helping the rebels and working against the forces which are on the defense.
Well, I can start by saying that NATO is not overstepping its mandate, and the mandate given to the alliance was a mandate approved by all members. I mean, by the United Nations Security Council. And if you see the latest comments by the UN Secretary General Ban Ki-moon, he praised actually the role, the military role that NATO is playing, and what we are doing is basically implementing the United Nations Security Council mandate. I'm sure that Roland would like to add something to this?
Well, just that it is clear we take a side, but it's take the side of the people of Libya. This is essential to understand that when we strike at a tank, it's because we have an understanding that this does represent a threat to the local population. Same thing for ammunition depot. You will notice very lately in the last few days, we have struck a lot of advanced field command and control nodes and locations where troops were gathered in suburbs of city. You don't do that if you don't intend to do an attack. And these are the targets we engage. Every time we engage a target, this is the mental test that is in our mind. Like, is it a target that presents a threat to the civilian population? And if the answer is yes, we will engage this threat.
BBC.
Hello, Matt Cole, BBC. It's a question on this issue of mandate. You're now halfway through your second 90-day mandate. Given the significant gains you've been speaking of, do you envisage there being a need for a further extension? And if so, would you envisage that being another 90 days, or are some maybe suggesting an open-ended mandate? Can you maybe share some thoughts?
Nations will decide whether or not there is a need to extend this mission. As you know, all allies and partners that are participating in this operation are firmly committed to continue implementing the UN Security Council mandate for as long as it takes. So if there is a need to extend it, this is something that the allies will discuss, and they will take the necessary decision before the mandate expires. And about how long, or for how long, the length of a possible extension, that's something that I cannot speculate, because this is something that will be, of course, in the hands of our military advisors and then in the hands of the North Atlantic Council. I don't know if there is anything, Roland, you would like to add?
No, that's complete. Thank you.
Any other questions? No? Well, if that's nothing in Naples, Roland, I would like to make sure that there are no questions there.
No,
okay, in this case, thank you very much, and see you next Tuesday. Thank you very much, Roland.